5300 Higher Education History. I'm your professor, Dr. Anthony Edwards. I prefer to be addressed as Dr. Edwards, as it says here. Show you my office hours, Monday through Thursday, 9 to 11 online. And we can do online office hours. You can schedule them. We'll show you how to do that. And we also have 11 to 12 p.m. You can direct message me on Twitter, and here's my Twitter handle. You can reach me by phone at this number, and I prefer you message me in Canvas or email me in Canvas. If somehow Canvas is down, you can send me an email here, and it should go to my Canvas. You can access the navigation menu here at the top to go to the different modules, or you can go here to modules. All right, in the upper left-hand corner, you also have access to your grades, people, which will allow you to access your groups, and collaborations as you'll need them. It shows you here's a to-do list of different assignments that are upcoming, and as you do those, you can check them off the list. I do want to show you. Let's see. We'll go to modules, which essentially is going to take you to orientation start here. So you have access to the syllabus. Okay, you've got access to an assignment to acknowledge that you've read the syllabus. Student survey just allows me to get to know you a little bit better, and a place where you can go in and select your research topic and group. So we have a group research project. You'll do a paper and presentation at the end of the semester. More details to come on that, but you'll get to decide what groups you want to be in. So if you go to people and then click groups, all right, so it shows you here the different groups that you have access to. So you have history of public institutions, private institutions, historically black colleges, universities, Hispanic serving institutions, women in higher education, history community colleges. So as you go through all your group assignments during the semester, you're going to be talking about that topic or researching about that topic in different ways. Okay, but you can go here, and it should be unlocked for you to be able to click which group you want to join. Okay, so you'll do that and then go into the assignment back in the modules and just kind of acknowledge that you've done that. Okay. All right, so each module kind of has a knowledge and skill outcome, gain historical perspective on the development of American higher education. There's a module roadmap, which kind of describes what you need to do every week. It's written here as well, but it just gives you another way, especially if you want to print it out and download it, you can go here. Again, you want to read the syllabus this week. You have the readings for the week. All right, and your action items. Again, make sure you do that project and group and research topic selection. Your pre-course statement of understanding just tells me kind of what you already know about the topic of higher education in America and the history. You have a week 1 discussion over chapter 1 of the online textbook. Again, key here is it is an e-textbook that you don't have to buy. Okay, you'll access it through the Tarleton Library databases. More on that to come. All right, so another discussion. Oh, yeah, sorry. This is the one about chapter 1. This is the one just kind of getting to know your classmates. Okay, there's also with your group a discussion where you all set group expectations for how you all want to work together. Okay, so that's kind of how the course flows. So if you can kind of see we're on kind of a 8-week calendar. If you get down to week 8, you'll see the higher education history final exam on the 8th, and you'll see the expert area group presentation and paper. That's when you submit it. All right. I think we'll have a couple different days. I think it's the 5th and the 6th where you'll actually present. You'll get 2 dates options to present, but you'll actually submit the final drafts on the 7th. Okay. And the higher education history final exam is going to be essentially scenario-based questions where you'll have to answer a question. Okay. So, all right. All right, so let's see. we'll go back to readings for week 1. All right, so you have Read the Shaping of American Higher Education, Chapter 1. You'll click this link. It should take you directly to the book. If it does not, basically all you need to do is go to the Tarleton Library databases and click the databases. Then you'll search for or scroll down to the E's and find the EBSCO ebook collection, and then enter this in the search bar and you'll find the book there. Remember, it's in EBSCO ebook collection. Okay. All right, so it's back to, let's look at assignments. So as you're doing these assignments, all right, so here's your rubric. So you want to know how you're being graded. And again, I typically, you have exceed expectations and meet expectations, right? So if you want to exceed, make sure you do what it takes to exceed. Otherwise, you may just get meets expectations, which is not bad. But again, if you're wanting closer to full credit, do what it takes to meet expectations. And a lot of times that means citing references and having and adding your references to your post. So that's kind of what we expect for you as grad students. I work with you to help you do that, but I want to see you using the literature and discussing the literature in your posts. Okay. So that's basically how that goes. Here's again that first scholar group assignment. Okay, you have become a higher education history expert. So you're gonna each group member is writing an independent section of an expert paper. You submit it as your discussion post. Okay, and you'll need to use the library databases to write 2 to 3 paragraphs on your research area. You'll need to focus on past, present, and future. So essentially, what you're seeing in terms of what happened in the history of your topic and how it relates to today, right? And where higher education in that particular environment is going. So you want to relate the past to the present to the future. Okay, you need to incorporate at least 5 sources. I'll give you a hint. If you get closer to 7, that gets you more of the exceeded expectations. All right. Each group member will have a separate section, and all of you will be graded separately. You respond to at least 2 group members, right? Submit if you have any questions to me, submit them by 4 p.m. on Friday, so I have time to get them back, answers back to you, so you can submit your work on time. So also, if you look here, you click those 3 dots, guess what? It says show rubric, all right? You click that. Boom, the rubric pops up. So if you don't see the rubric at the bottom of the assignment, particularly on these discussion posts, remember to click the 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner, okay? So don't want you to not know how you're being graded, all right? It's important. So that is, in a nutshell, kind of how the course works. I do want to spend a minute and go through the syllabus with you. All right, so again, here's my contact information, office hours, how to schedule an appointment with me. Here's the textbook. All right, again, this is e-textbook. It's free, no cost to you. Tells you a little bit about the course. It's an overview of the global history of higher education and development of the higher education system in the U.S. in particular. Okay, you should be able to, at the conclusion of the course, be able to gain historical perspective on the history of higher ed in the U.S. and around the world, describe historical trends in higher education, and connect higher education history to current practice. Okay, so I want to make sure you're able to do that. Again, if you have any disabilities, you can click this link or call to get accommodations for that. If you have any religious holy days, which kind of you need to have an excused time for an assignment or something like that, make sure you let me know. If you need, basically, as long as you let me know what's going on, it's not a big deal. All right. So academic integrity. So basically, cite your work. All right, if it's an individual assignment, do your work individually. If it's a group, you can work as a group. So, but cite and reference, okay, at the end of the day. All right, be punctual, considerate. Let me know if you think you're going to be late on an assignment. Respect your opinions and beliefs of others. Just if you disagree respectfully in the comments. You say, have you considered, on the other hand, things like that. Complete assignments on time, big thing. Be creative, have fun, okay? Yeah, this class has some work to it, but it's more fun if you make it fun and you're creative. Again, rubrics are set up about meeting expectations and exceeding, and so if you want a higher grade, make sure you exceed. If you want to find the rubrics, click the assignment, then click 3 dots on the right, and you'll see show rubric. Okay. Late assignments, you get a 20% deduction for every day the assignment's late. Gives you an example. The assignment's 50 points. Turn the assignment in you turn it in on Thursday and it was due Wednesday. You can only earn 40 points for it because that's 20% off. Okay. An online class, turning in your assignments and logging in, participating in discussions, all of that is considered attendance. Okay. All right. Again, week 1, read chapter 1, read the syllabus, join your expert group, do your pre-course statement of understanding, do your student survey. All right, week 2, you have your become an expert assignment due, read chapter 2. Chapter 3 in week 3. All right. Again, it shows you here, go to EBSCOhost's ebook collection if you can't access the book. All right. Chapter 4, week 4, observe and write down. That's your observation assignment. More details to come on that. Shaping of higher ed. Week 5, you have your higher education interview. Week 6, you have a higher education interview and chat. Again, reading chapter 6. Chapter 7, you have your post-course statement of understanding. And then you should say your higher education history area, expert area group presentation. And then actually both of these will be, this assignment right here, this part, the expert group presentation, and your final exam will be week 8. Okay. So how are you going to be graded? You got some discussions, pre-course statement, post-course statement of understanding, your group assignments, become an expert, observe, interview, webinar, okay, and your group presentation, and your final exam. Okay. So that is, in a nutshell, how this course operates. So again, if you have any questions, send me an email or an inbox message in Canvas, and I'm looking forward to working with each of you and learning with you, and look forward to all the great things you're going to do this semester. All right.